Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's like a frosty dusting of snow. This is our second or third one this year. Done really well, but it's coming. It is coming. And let me back this out. All right. Well, as you can tell, I can zoom around here. Is uh, It is all but done except for those two little stragglers. And yeah, there's Hannah the hen, and she's doing her part. Um, but I had a couple of mentions, and it didn't even take long, 2 days. I guess I really do tweet a lot. But no, I'm not. I'm taking a little bit of a break off of Twitter. Hopefully, if there's anything that's whatever, I'll get that load of logs today. The place that I've contracted through JT Timber Falling or something like that. They just keep putting it off one day at a time, or once it was almost like a week. I ordered it back in June, but they're the only place that delivers like this. So if that's what you need, then you got to just put up with you know their inability or whatever you want to call it. Um, but two little stragglers, and the only reason, I mean, not far from straggling is what I'm trying to get at. There's just a few of the pistils that are still like a light yellow. Um, they're I mean they're plenty like mature, but it's been good weather and it doesn't hurt to give them a couple more days is what it is. But okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. As I was going to tell you is I was taking a little break from Twitter. Y'all, I, I know there's a lot of people that follow me that follow Elon Musk, and he's a tremendous innovator. I'll give him all that kind of credit. Other than that, he's pretty much an idiot. His last stunt with trying to give Russia all of the Ukrainian land and all that's enough. I mean, I get that he licks authoritarian dictators' boots because it makes him a profitable man. Um, that at some point you got to make a choice on which side that you're going to stand. That's just like people that think the Earth is flat versus people that can comprehend physics. That's no different than people that just categorically deny the good that vaccines do. Okay, I get that vaccines are dangerous to certain people. A very minute, infinitesimal number of people are affected by vaccines. I'm in a wheelchair because of one, or maybe two. I don't know. I lost my legs both times right after a flu shot in the military, um, but only for about 3 days. Now, my legs felt like lead for 35 years until they went paralyzed. That I couldn't describe to anybody until after it happened. It just, once they stop working, then you understand. It kind of comes clear, I mean, the struggle that you'd had. Um, but at least I know where they came, where it stemmed from. Am I afraid of being vaccinated? No, I'm not, y'all. I went out and got vaccinated for COVID. I lost literally all of my siblings except one, and she had died of the original SARS. It took her 13 years. I got to keep her for 13 of it. But it's the same thing as eating my lungs up. Um, don't get me wrong. I smoked for 35 years, close 3 packs a day for the biggest majority of it. Um, I got nobody to blame but me. I mean, if anybody should have been dead, it should have been me first, not my sister. That's why I really think that the hemp seed has really something to do with the recovery of the SARS and the organ damage from COVID. And I would really like to prove that if possible before I step off this rock. That's about the only thing left I got, y'all. That and to mess with vertical e-stall. I mean, electric e-stall. Um, but that's the only two things in this world that I got left. A few people need this or that. That's great. I can answer questions. Just helped some people from England just the other day. Um, I do my part the best I can, y'all, but I don't got much more to give. I'll be honest. Um, these plants are about the all I got, and living here and working with them is about all I do. Um, but like I said, back to the Twitter thing, I mean that's the difference, back and forth. And Elon Musk is a boot licking dictator worshiper, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, to even put up with what Russia's doing right now, and then trying to take credit for the Starlink, he didn't deploy that. The U.S. government bought that. Um, he says a lot of crap that he won't back up. If they can figure out a way to do world hunger, I'll give up 40 something. I'll give up to whatever it was, so many billions of dollars. I don't even remember how much that brag was. Okay, hemp right here, this plant. It has more nutrition than steak. The rest of the vitamins it looks like the list looks like a multivitamin. It makes any other grain look nutritionally bankrupt. There's your answer to world hunger. Stop outlawing the tree of life, literally. It can house you, it can clothe you, it can give you oil to run your machinery. It can replace CO2 neutral, diesel and JP3 and 4. If you gasify the woody core of the plant, you can get all the synthetic natural gas you can stand. We wouldn't have to be talking about Putin in his little bloodbath war because he's a psycho. And we wouldn't have to be talking about Elon licking his boots and wanting to give up Ukraine so we can appease this little dictator. I'm sorry, if y'all ain't caught on by now, this maniac took thermobaric vacuum bombs to a training exercise. However you want to look at it, he knew exactly what he was going to do, and he did it anyways, and he lied to the world, and everybody bought his bullshit, and he invaded Ukraine anyways. He didn't have time to resupply those troops. What they took with them is what they took with them. That's what got them routed out the first time around Kyiv, is because they had no logistics. They don't have like sergeants in their military is what it comes down to. They have officers and they have enlisted. And if the enlisted ain't getting them killed, well, if the officers aren't getting them killed, then the enlisted are. That's it. They don't have the ability to do what they're doing. And they're going to lose this war. And the little maniac is going to use at least some form of a nuclear weapon. In my opinion, I can't see it any other way. I might be wrong, but I honest to goodness don't think so. That's up to y'all. Y'all call. But I don't mean just in the... He wants to provoke a third world war. That he's 70, almost 80 years old. He's a crazy little man that should have been removed from any social structure back when he was maybe 60 tops. A lot of these politicians, and I mean ours too, need to be removed from politics for the same reason. They're literally out of touch with reality. People, as much as I didn't like Biden to begin with, I even threatened to break my own thumbs to keep from voting for him. I was hoping for any other choice, Bernie, anybody, okay? It didn't happen. But Trump is a lunatic. Trump is a dangerous, treasonous, whatever you want to call it. He took 200,000 pages of classified documents. Not one. The reality show host girl, she only took one document. She got 5 years. Okay, a classified document. He took secret and top secret TIS, or TCI, okay? That SCI, God, I got it all wrong. I'm sorry. SCI. Though you die for those you die for touching those, for removing them. Let's get that real straight. There is no parameter here where Trump was not guilty as sin of being a treasonist. There's none of it. You can't say that he's not. To say that he isn't, you're a lunatic. You're an insane lunatic. And to put that really in perspective, the evangelicals looked to see who the Antichrist was for thousands of years. And y'all elected him president of the United States. Greed, treachery, what is that? There's 7 great sins. Trump is more than guilty of every one of those. There's another one in Proverbs, and this is not my Bible. This is your book, man. But I just happen to know it. Is what I'm trying to get at. There's more than adequate scripture that would clearly define Trump as the Antichrist, or the one that's going to appoint the Antichrist. And anybody that licks dictator boots as much as Elon Musk does really does not need to be trusted with your money, with your time, with your energy. Look to another electric car company to get your car from. Look to another, whatever. If you can get around Starlink, look to another. Literally, if you're giving money to this man, he's literally doing the world injustice. And until he changes his platform, I'm not changing my opinion. Okay, guys, that's a long rant on this video, and I hated it to be all wrapped up about that. But it is what it is, and I'll stand on what I stand. Not only did he blatantly just not lie, or whatever you want to call it, he brags about giving money to this or that just for the publicity of it, or for the shock value on Twitter or whatever like that. That's why I got to get away from that platform. I just can't take one person. I mean, it used to be Trump. I took 3, 4, 5 months, and I found out that Trump was off, and I went back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to ban Elon Musk. He's going to buy it. And in my opinion, Twitter's kind of useless if Elon Musk buys it. I don't got much more use for it. I'll find a different platform to promote hemp. I got no reason to promote anything that man does. Not as long as he's trying to give away, the land of the Ukrainians, trying to justify in any way of what Putin's done, trying in any way to keep that orange clown dictator in power. And he did that one back after back. First with Andrew Yang, and then with that other Kanye West. Whoever he is, a desperate individual that's trying to get his way. When they invaded Venezuela, he joked about it. Oh, that's just what we do. No, that's not. We don't invade other countries. We may have done that before when we had fascist dictators trying to run America. If that's what y'all really want, is another fascist dictator, then yeah, buy Elon stuff. Because he'll help support him. That's just what it comes down to. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. And like I said, I'm sorry for just leaving it all about that. But like I said, I already got comments to why I wasn't on Twitter, and I was only gone for a couple days. And but it wasn't because of nothing. It was just because I'm waiting for my wood, and they still haven't gotten it here. Hopefully, it'll be today. And I'll make another video if and when it comes. When it comes, it may be next week, next month. We don't know. But we're not going to hold our breath anymore. But when it does come, I'll make a video of that, and that'll probably be my next video. All right, y'all. Big stay, and like always, enjoy the comments, and if I can help, I will.